Roadrunners at the tail end.
Yeah, a couple of buzzer beaters for both teams there.
Off the tip, the ball is controlled by Bakersfield. Their defense, historic defense, in their first game on Wednesday against UAA, holding the Seawolves to 14 points in the first half. And now on offense, Briggs drops it down into the paint, turn, off the glass, shot is no good by Alley. And Idaho into the front court. Calendret. Now Blake. Over to the left wing. Jordan Scott from the corner. Shot up, no good by Nate Sherwood. Ball goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Bakersfield. We know that the Roadrunners can run.
Yeah, they love to get up and down the floor and play a little bit more of an up-tempo style of basketball than perhaps most teams do. But also they like to get the ball inside to their big fellow, Motaz Ali, and he had a good turnaround hook shot initially as you take a look at their head coach.
How did these teams get here? Idaho beat Santa Clara 69-59, and Bakersfield knocked off UAA 59-39. Rapp. Tricky dribble up top. Now he'll fade over to the right. 15 on the shot clock. Holden. Into the corner. Joyner. Back to Rapp. To the top of the key. 5 seconds to go. Drops it off in the corner. They're going to have to put it up. That's Joyner. Beats the buzzer with a shot, but can't drop it in. Now Calendret. Ahead for Sanders. He'll pull it back out on top. Blake. Takes a step. Decides to dish it off. Jordan Scott. Low post. Nate Sherwood backing in. Stops. Flips it over to the right wing. Scott's shot is good for 3. Jordan Scott, 6'6" senior, drops in his first shot of the game. 3-0 Vandals.
And for Scott, it's only his second 3 of the year, but he's knocked down both of the 3-point attempts he has taken.
Rapp whips it to the high post. Turning is Sean Briggs. Puts it underneath, and it's slammed down by Ollie. Ball went through the hands. Calendret picks it back up. Blake. Scott looking back. The slam attempt by Scott. Timing just not there. Rapp to Holden. He'll pull it out. Fades to the left. 3-2 Vandals. Holden drops it out for Briggs. Now we're to the left wing, Joyner. Low post, left side, clear out. Power move into the paint. Shot comes off no good by Briggs. Cleared away by Blake. And the Vandals head back the other way, up by 1. Blake looking left. Back to the right. Backdoor Calendret. To the free throw line. Whistle and a foul call. Lost the handle on the basketball at the free throw line, but drew the foul. Holden's first. Into the ball game for the Roadrunners comes Devine Durham. Sanders running one-hander, swatted. Almost kept in play there by Durham.
I think it grazed one of our camera guys. It clipped the lens. It almost looked like the camera as he tried to save the basketball.
Don't these players realize how expensive those cameras are?
I know. I don't know, man. I don't think they do.
Would have made for a great shot, though, with that basketball coming out. Sanders. Cameras can always be replaced. Cameramen, not so easy.
That's true.
From the right wing, shot no good, whistle and foul. I think Ali came out and got him, and indeed that's the case.
Yeah, Motaz trying to come out and guard against the jump shot against Perry-on Calendret. As you'll see here on the replay, 6'10" Ali stretching his left arm and also in the process hitting Calendret.
There's a lot of length out here tonight.
There is quite a bit for both teams, but if there's an advantage that CSU does have, it's down inside with Ali. I think Ali is a very strong post player, and granted, he was going against, I say going against UAA. UAA is a little bit smaller, a little bit undersized there at that 5 spot, and so he was able to take advantage of that on Wednesday night, but he still has a pretty decent mismatch down low. He's got a couple of inches against Nate Sherwood.
A couple of free throws are good. 5-2. It's a 3-point Vandal lead. Durham for Rapp to the top. Looks back to the left. Now he's going to take it himself. Down the right side, drops it off. Ali drops, step, and lays it in with the left hand. The first step was the key, and that got him around the corner.
He used that so effectively on Wednesday night against the Seawolves, and it's just such a, you know, he takes his time with the move, and he's very patient with it.
Low post, right side, Blake. Skip pass over the top. Driving left baseline, getting into the air was Jordan Scott. He got it to Blake. His shot no good. Joyner with the rebound, all by himself, so he takes off. Slows it up on top right side, pulls it back out. 15:40 to go first half. 20 on the shot clock. Zip pass, Durham. Left it short, drops into the hands of Sherwood. Now Calendret for Idaho. Pull-up jumper, left it short. Rapp goes high for the rebound. Speeds ahead. Into the corner, Durham, now Briggs at the right wing. Back up on top for Rapp. He's going to slow it down, they'll work some clock. Nothing initially on the transition. Briggs on Blake, fakes, gets him into the air and leaves the shot short. Fake the shot, got the defense up. Defense came back down. Foul is called. We'll take a break here. 15:03 California. Spun that one through the cylinder and out. Another shot upcoming for Briggs. And out with that one. Rebound is corralled by Perion Blake. Perion Calendret. Picked up top by Ricky Holden. Calendret waiting for someone to get open. That someone is Victor Sanders in the left corner, and a foul called in the corner, much to the chagrin of the Bakersfield bench, which is right in front of the play.
And I might agree with the Bakersfield bench because it looked like Victor Sanders lost the handle on it. And they're going to say that I see where the foul was at.
Yep.
Joyner right
saw
up
the foul?
head. Yeah.
You saw a foul there.
I think so. I think what the referee was seeing, the little arm against the head of the player.
Kisses the glass. 7-4 Idaho. Joyner. Nothing doing on the low post, so now Durham up top. Over to Holden. Toss to Joyner in the left wing. Had a faux pick. Off balance shot, no, but he went up there to grab it and came down to the floor, and I think he drew a foul.
Yeah, I believe this foul is going to be against Sanders as Joyner went up and attacked the glass, got the rebound. Sanders reaching in there.
Ball went up in the air, and he's thinking, oh no, got no prayer, better go get it. Sean Briggs picks it up. Gallagher thought he had a steal there. Off the pick, hold it into the paint, lays it up, and it rolls off the iron. Run down, though, by Jarkel Joyner.
Not exactly sure why Holden reversed it. Didn't necessarily need to. Made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. And as a result, it ended up spinning off the iron.
He would have got a style point for it had it gone down. Joyner feeds it down, low post. Briggs backing in, power, pass, Durham, no. Blake skies for the rebound, outlet, Calendar. Pulls it out up top right side, now Blake Driving into the paint, floats, and it won't drop for him. With the rebound, Doy. Now Briggs. Jump pass, and Doy has it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Ball will stay with Bakersfield. Wrap back into the game for the Roadrunners. They'll be checking in for Joyner. We look at that pass quickly inside and knocked out of the hands of Doy. Grab from the baseline. Durham jumps near the Seawolf logo. Drops it off for Rapp. 15 on the shot clock. To the hoop. Rapp couldn't put it over the lip and into the bucket. Vandals come back the other way. Snap pass into the right corner. Low post. Left side, Chad Sherwood. Shot comes out. Rapp with a quick outlet. Briggs on the run. One step, two steps, lays it up. No good, and a foul call. I like it when you get that look in your eye and you know you're going to go to the hoop and you're big and you're strong and you're going to do it.
Just like Briggs is. Anytime he gets the basketball in his hands, he has that look, like you said, of wanting to drive to the hoop. 6'6". He's got a good frame to be able to take some contact and initiate contact.
Yeah, he's got long arms, and so he's able to control the basketball even though he's getting bumped and jostled a bit. Checking into the game for the Vandals. Trayvon Allen. Blake will come out for a breather. Briggs gets the free throw, and then he'll come over for a glass of water. Into the game for the Roadrunners, Justin Davis. Full court pressure now by Bakersfield. Allen in the backcourt, matched up with Holden. Ponytailed Allen drives, lays it up, and rolls off, no good. Rapp, quick outlet. Durham on the run and lost the handle, and out of bounds it goes. In a hurry and forgot to bring the rock with him.
Well, both teams off to a sluggish start here in the first half. Idaho hasn't scored any points in over 2 minutes. 1 of 8 from the field. 1 of their last 8, I should say. And Cal State Bakersfield over their last 5.
Played 7.5 minutes. We only have 13 points total. Over-under is definitely under. There's a bucket over the top by Jordan Scott.
I think the tryptophan from Thanksgiving dinner still hanging on for both these teams right now.
Holden drops it off. And Doy tries to power it up. His arms aren't going to go with him on the way up because they were banged up. Doy will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul is called on Nate Sherwood. His free throw comes off, no good.
Yeah, and Doy's not the best free throw shooter, only right around 30%.
Is that in Shaquille O'Neal territory there?
Yeah.
A little bit better. Got that one, and that one looked good.
Looked like you've been shooting 90%.
Yeah, great form there, Mr. Doy. It's a 2-point ball game. Idaho with the lead in the basketball. Allen drives to the left high post, drops it up on top. Allen fumbled it for a second. So he had some pressure by Davis. Now into the corner. Jumper on the way. The high floater is good by Victor Sanders. Beauty shot. That was good for 3 from the corner. Rapp backs it out. High post right side. Ali up and in. Davis getting the pass from Ali and putting it up and in. 12-9 Idaho. Chad Sherwood. Off the pass from Nate Sherwood, and he drills it. 15-9 Idaho. Wrap up on top for Davis. Swings it to the left. Holden is there. Allen out to play him. Now Davis from the left corner. Comes off no good. Nobody there to rebound for the Roadrunners. Vandals easily into the front court. Nate Sherwood puts it on the floor. Stops. Fades back and hits it. Little bit of collision there, but he's able to kind of fade back just a bit and got it up and in.
Well, that was a good job by Nate Sherwood, recognizing the defense was already kind of set there in his way, as trying to take the charge was Justin Davis, but Sherwood pulled up at the last second, like you said, Kurt, able to fade away.
Hold it. Ali, 2. And that was a big bucket for the Runners because Idaho threatening kind of put a little bit of a lead there, or try to extend that lead, which would have been difficult to chip away at. Sanders. Chad Sherwood. Sanders fakes. Step back jumper, no. Rapp's got it. The Cruz whips it into the front court to Holden. Hard to the hoop. Bang for 2 and a foul call. Let's take a break. 9:58 left to go, first half. Gold and white trim. But you knew that. Heck, we played 10 minutes of the game already, right?
I thought you were saying I knew that.
No,
I'm like, yeah,
no, I was just talking to Joe.
Oh.
Joe Average out there.
Okay.
Or Jolene Average, whoever happens to be watching or listening. Calendret to Blake. You knew. Allen. Nothing there. Hard drive to the hoop by Sanders, and he drew a block. Well, there wasn't much there, and Sanders made the most out of what little there was.
Well, we said in the pregame that Sanders is a guy that can create his own shot. He doesn't mind going to the paint and drawing a little contact. He had 10 free throw attempts on Wednesday night. This is going to be a non-shooting free throw, as he wasn't in the act of shooting.
Rapp came over, gave him a bump. Nicely done. Brayon Blake, 6'7" senior, nails it for 2. 19-14, a 5-point Idaho lead. This is Joyner. Back on top for Rapp. 15 on the shot clock. Takes Calendret with him. Now around the horn it goes. Back up on top for Rapp. Nothing doing at the low post. Into the corner. Letting fly. Ricky Holden comes off no good. Rebound by Ali. And now Rapp controls. Back up on top again. To Briggs. The first shot clock. It's now down to 20. Jump pass with the left hand. Briggs makes his way down low. Puts it up and in and draws the foul. He's so strong there at the low post. And like we were talking about, very athletic down there. He gets the two-pointer and has a chance to complete a classic three-point play.
Yeah, Sean Briggs, just one of those guys that can, muscle the basketball up as he's getting fast, as you'll see here. Draws the contact, able to hang it long enough in the air to get the shot off. And you see the muscle of Briggs after he makes the shot.
Yeah. Scott Blakeney with the foul.
And now Ricky Holden. Looks like he might have a little bit of blood on his hand.
That appears to be the case, so he'll go to the bench and get a little TLC there and get that all fixed up, and then he'll return to the line. What is it? Isn't it in football if you go out with blood, you have to sit out a play? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's usually how it works. At least in football, you got to sit out at least.
That's how I thought. I don't know, just off the top of my head. Holden's right back out there. He got it wrapped. So now he'll play with some black tape on his left hand.
Of course, in hockey, they don't stop for that stuff, do they?
They don't stop for anything. You can lose teeth and they won't stop. Sew you back up, find the chiclets, and then get right back at it. 19-17, it's a two-point ball game. 8:40 left to go first half. Calendret. Stutter step at the right wing. Now Allen back on top for Blake. To Calendret. Has to pull it back out. Good defense out there by Holden. This is Allen. Rebound to Briggs and outlet to Rapp. Pushes it up the right side. Pull-up jumper on the way, and that's no good. Mistiming his rebound was Blake, but he's able to corral it. Allen in the corner to Jordan Scott. Puts it back on top. This is Blake. Got it. Three-pointer for Blake. Makes it 22-17, Idaho. Rapp into the front court for Joyner. Back to Rapp. Briggs to Holden. Rapp up top. Glanced inside. Sides go back to Holden. Back to Rapp. High post into the paint. Briggs dropped it off. A pass. Looked like he might have had a nice opportunity for a shot there. Ali was down at the right low block. And that's who he tried to get the pass to, but a foul was called.
Yeah, nice play by
GCI Great Alaska Shootout. Get your tickets now. Should be a good crowd all day tomorrow. Central Michigan has already punched their ticket to the championship game. Scott. Allen. Good pass. Sanders. Look away. Ends up back in Allen's hands on the left wing. Calendret trying to come off a pick. He's going to have to create his own shot.
Wow.
And how about that? It's raining in the Alaska Airlines Center.
That's a tough shot by Perry on Calendret, but now he's struggling to find who to guard on defense.
Yep, and it should have been Durham because he was out on the left wing and he drains a three.
And Durham probably the three-point specialist for Cal State Bakersfield. He's launched more three-pointers than anybody else.
Scott shot no good from the right wing. Rapp knocks away a rebound attempt by Blakeney. 4-point ball game, and the runners can pull it a little closer here with 6.5 minutes left to go first half. Rapp cautiously to the left, accelerates, goes, and tried to lay it off, and the ball was kicked out of bounds. Might have wanted to just go ahead and put it up at that point, and he might have spotted Briggs off to his right, but that was a very difficult pass. Zip pass looking for Briggs, trying to break in, and getting a hand on it was Jordan Scott to knock it out of bounds. This time they'll try it again from the left baseline. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bakersfield. Ali hands it off to Rapp. 6 seconds. Allen one-on-one with Rapp, drives, lays it up. Nope. Skying for the rebound was Perry on Calendret. Rushes it into the front court. Allen left it long. Blakeney with the rebound, back out on top. Long three-point attempt is good by Sanders.
NBA range from Victor Sanders, hitting that one from nearly 24 feet.
Got that in rhythm and just let fly. 27-20 now. Idaho up by 7 from the left wing. Holden answers with his own three. Keeping the Roadrunners within shouting distance. Calendret backs in on Holden. Takes him to the left. The jumper is on the way. That's off to the left, no good. Durham clears. Into the front court now, leaving it for Rapp up top right side. 4-point lead for Idaho. 5:20 to go first half. Briggs. Now Durham trying to shed the defense of Sanders. Rapp lobs. Ali grabs it. A whistle. And a foul called on the floor.
Well, that looked like pretty good defense by Idaho, defending Motaz Ali. As you see the entry pass here, I don't know.
Rapp was lobbying for a call just as the ball was getting to Ali.
Right. I mean, there's body contact there, but the defenders were staying vertical, and as long as they're staying vertical, you know, as a referee, if I'm in their shoes, I'm letting that one go.
Motaz Ali. Yikes. I think the basket moved on him. Did you see it move? The basket move over to the left?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Could have been an Alaskan earthquake.
Could have been.
I'm joking, folks. Missed that one on the air ball. The basketball belongs to Idaho. We won't belabor the point. He's suffered enough. Calendret on the right wing. Driving is Scott. Forced to come back out because of Briggs. Great positional defense. Now this is Sanders. He loves creating. Tried to whip it into the corner. Got it back. Puts it up. Nope. Tipped. And into the hands of Briggs. He immediately looks down the floor. Has to bring it himself. Into the left corner. The fake of the shot. Out to Briggs. Momentarily alone on the left wing. And now he'll pull it back out.
A good job by the Idaho defense to recover. But it looked like the Roadrunners had a couple of open shots. They were able to get out there and challenge him.
Durham at the top. Wrap on the left. 2 seconds. He lets fly. And he got it. The realization that I got to get rid of this basketball, and the good fortune to have it drop through the hoop.
Yeah, that's all that was. It was not an offensive set by any means for Rapp to take the shot, but he just happened to have the ball and clock was running down. He said, I got to put this up.
Calandret on the right. It's a 1-point Vandal lead, and a whistle and a foul called, and this is going to be an offensive foul. And for the first time in quite a few minutes, the Roadrunners are going to head down the floor with a chance to get back in the lead. We'll take a break here as the Roadrunners come ahead. Rapp fades to the left. Up on top for Holden. Drives it hard. Down toward the baseline. Jump pass back up on top. Briggs now swings right. Durham, long three. Comes off. And Blake clears the rebound. He's done a great job tonight on the defensive boards for Idaho. Blake has the ball up top. Backdoor pass. Sanders. And he walked. Little stutter step before he went up. He knew what he wanted to do. His feet just didn't comply immediately.
Back to your point about Blake and the rebounds. He already has 7 rebounds here in the first half. That's leading all players.
3:08 to go in the half. Still a 1-point ball game. Holden. Faking his way past Calandret, lays it up and in. Boy, he took a step, crossed him over, and to the hoop he went for his 2 points. 28-27, the Roadrunners back in the lead. It's been a while. Blake fakes right, goes left, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Noy. Now Rapp. With 2.5 minutes to go in the half, sets up the Roadrunners offense. Leaves it for Holden. He's going to walk it to the top. They're going to run some clock here. 15 on the shot clock. Holden drives. Left-handed teardrop attempt. No good. Keaton, I'm going to have you explain teardrop to me here in just a second. A foul called on Calandret's drive to the hoop.
Teardrop, just a shot that's a high-arcing shot.
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Where did teardrop come from?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I don't know the historical term of who made that up. It wasn't me.
Well, I didn't mean to put
some color analyst, though.
I thought you knew.
Maybe it was Digger Phelps or Dick Vitale.
And I'm sure that's where I heard it. And here I am mimicking them, parroting them, and I'm not even sure where the term teardrop comes from. We're going to look that up. We're going to Google that. Sanders. Hacked as he went to the hoop. Ali got in his way, arms-wise, and he'll pick up the personal foul.
A lot of contact there. It was a little bit of a late whistle, and I think that's what mostly what the bench for the Roadrunners was displeased over, was how late that whistle actually came.
Free throw is good. All tied up at 28. Sanders step up once again. First, Doyle will come back in for the Runners, and Blakeney back in for the Vandals. Team fouls for the Vandals, 6 for the Roadrunners so far. Free throw is good. With the 1-point lead, Idaho drops back on defense, and Bakersfield goes to work. Rapp on the right. Backs it out. Drops it out for Briggs at the top. Tricky dribble up top, launches it, comes off no good. Allen with the rebound, scampers into the front court. Blakeney over to the left. Calendret, Sanders off a pick, let's fly! And it comes out the front of the iron, no good. Blakeney has the ball go off his toe, dives for it, can't come up with it, and the basketball belongs to Bakersfield. Down to a minute and a half left to go in the half. Close game. A little bit of a lead for Idaho, but they couldn't hang on to it. Bakersfield wrapped their way back in. Idaho just couldn't pull away. Wrap into the corner. Briggs. Jumper. Comes off no good. Allen grabs a rebound. Flies into the front court. Pulls it back out. Blakeney, free throw line. Jumper. Yes. Idaho's going to take a timeout here with 57.2 seconds remaining in the first half. 40th and final, Great Alaska Shootouts. 50 seconds in the half. Wrap. Up top right side. Pulls it back. This is Joyner. Calendret keeping an eagle eye on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Joyner still has it out there. Drives past Calendret. Outside defense. Calendret reached in from behind and blocked the shot. Allen. Calendret, and he's fouled on the drive to the hoop. Tumbles to the ground. Down on the baseline. Allen comes over and helps him up. Here it is again. The block on the shot, the outlet by Nate Sherwood. And then Allen. Calendret had to reach back after he got blown by at the top, and he made a great athletic play to come back and reach over the top to tip it away.
And then in transition, Allen actually had a couple of options. He could have gone Calendret, or he could have gone to Sanders over on the wing for the three-point attempt, but he saw Calendret maybe with a step and an easier chance to make a layup attempt, and decided to go to Perrion.
First free throw is good. The second one, not so much. 32-28. Now 20 seconds. Shot clock is off. The game clock at 15 seconds now. Holden and Allen, one-on-one. Cat and mouse. Let's watch this. This pick, Holden dropped it off from the corner. Briggs, no good at the buzzer, and that is the end of our first half of play. We played 20 minutes. The Idaho Vandals with a 32-28 lead over Cal State. Great experience here at the Alaska Airlines Center, 56-53, Central Michigan over Cal Poly. And here we're going with another close game. A zip pass underneath, and that's put up and in by Jordan Scott. Quick start there for Idaho. Wrap. Ali, low post right side, turns into the paint. Whistle, and 3 seconds. Is that not the first 3-second call we've had in like 4 days?
Yeah, that's a very rare call.
Especially since Ali had the basketball and was making a move toward the hoop. 34-28 Idaho with the lead in the basketball. Sanders got it. Boy, that just zipped through the hoop. Lickety split, and he's got another three.
Third three of the evening for Sanders. He's 3 of 5. He's the only player in double figures scoring wise with 11 points.
And he is feeling it.
He is.
Holden. Wrap. Holden. One bounce. Ali. Baseline. Briggs ran out of room. Dished it back out on top. Saved from going into the backcourt by Rapp. Now Holden drives. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Left the shot short. And rebound by Sanders. This is Blake. Sherwood. Skies can't bring it down though. Rapp ahead. Joyner will pull it back out. And Roadrunners will set up the offense. Just underway in the second half. 37-28. Vandals have elongated the lead a bit. There's a quick start here at the second half. Holden. Sanders wanted him to keep coming. He wouldn't. There's a little smile on his face. Briggs out of a double team, back out to Rapp. Back inside Briggs. Jump hook good.
He's had that all evening long. Anytime he's gotten the post like that, he now has 7 points. He's had a good look at the basketball hoop, and he's been able to establish low post position.
Token full court pressure put on by the Roadrunners. They'll draw it back now. Calendret into the front court. Sherwood back up on top for Sanders. Calendret, jumper on the way, and that's good for 2. Inside the circle, but just barely inside. It was good for 2 for Perry on Calendret. 39-30. Biggest lead in a while for Idaho. Briggs. Rapp. Holden. Joyner. Back to Holden. Drives paint. Lays it off. Ali. One bounce. And then jump hooks it in. Thought maybe he might just be able to bang it in off the glass from the near side, but he decided to wrap it around the cylinder.
Well, anytime Motaz Ali can get the ball down low underneath the hoop like that, he's almost guaranteed a bucket.
Or maybe to draw a foul.
Or at least that.
39-32. Calendret got it. And that's good for 3. He raises his arms. Celebration.
The first 3 that Calendret has hit tonight. He's only taken 2 of them. He's 1 for 2.
Briggs over to Holden. Drops it. I'll lead. Little blocks on the left side. Now Briggs again. Nice fake driving. Leaves it up. An air ball that Blake pulls down on the weak side. Calendret, runner. Drew the foul. Got the shot off. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And I've got this feeling that Idaho smelling a little blood in the water right now.
You know, it's only the first few minutes here of the second half, but I think you're right, Kurt. I mean, Idaho has come out of the locker room. They're knocking down their shots when they get them. And so far, they're 2 of 3 to start this second half. And now Calendret at the free throw line with a chance to extend the lead even further, make it the largest of the evening.
First one drops in, 43-32. Back into the ball game for the Roadrunners. Durham. He is joined by Justin Davis. Briggs will check out for a breather. May as well join her. Second Calendret free throw is good. Allen back in, and Scott will come out for Idaho.
Well, this will be interesting to see how the Roadrunners are able to respond now that you're down by 12 points. Do you start pressing a little bit? And there's still plenty of time, almost a little over 16 minutes to go. Or are they going to just run their sets?
Well, I think more importantly, they have to find a defensive solution to Idaho. Here's a drive by Durham, and he lays it up and in. He's able to snake his way through. And they will face that pressure that you talked about, full court man-to-man. Calendret brings it up on Holden. Still with the basketball, decides to take it to the hoop, lays it high off the glass, an ill-fated shot. Rapp's got it, pulls it in, whips it ahead. Holden left wing, one bounce shot on the way. He's got it.
And counted in a foul.
He was all by himself. Calendret came flying by. The shot is good. And the runners are going to get the basketball up top. So I'm assuming here the 3 was good. The foul, way after the shot, was probably on the floor, right?
Well, now that they're saying the 3, as Davis makes that, but they're saying the foul occurred after the shot.
Right.
So it would be a result of a turnover. But I don't, looking through the score history here, I don't see that the 3-point attempt was good. Yes, it was. So the 3 did count, but the foul was so late after the shot that they ruled it a turnover in CSU basketball.
Sherwood's shot comes off no good. Davis with the rebound and Rapp into the front court. 44-39, a 5-point lead. Roadrunners can sure use a bucket here, just to kind of keep that manageable margin. Durham on the right. Sanders matched up with him. Knocked out of Durham's hands. Taken away. Allen lobs ahead. Here's Blake running. Tries to slam it. And he is fouled on the attempt. Hits the floor. Helped back up. Looks like he's all right.
Actually helped back up by a fan. How often do you see that?
That's the way we are in Alaska. We're helpful folks.
That's...
So the foul is called. 2 shots will be taken. It's Blake gathers himself and hits at the free throw line. The official leans in, asks if it's all right.
Well, Victor Sanders a little shaken up as well. He's walking around just trying to shake off whatever may have happened to him. He's actually going to come out.
Blake breaks up the free throw. Sanders will come out, and checking back in for Idaho is Jordan Scott. Blake ready for the second. Comes off. Davis skies. Wrap into the front court with Durham. Ndoye. Force back out. Jump pass on top. Wrap. Fakes left. Pulls it back out. 15 on the shot clock as Durham controls out near the timeline. This is Davis from way out there. Blake again clears the defensive rebound, leaving it for Calendret. Sneaks a pass ahead up the right. Now Blake all by himself. No. Ndoye with the rebound. Still a 5-point ball game. Durham spins the ball back to Rapp. Foul called up top. It's going to be an offensive foul on the pick, I believe, huh?
Yeah, it is. And Ndoye going to pick up the foul. Wasn't completely set when he was screening for Brent Rapp.
13:56 left to go in this one. Still plenty of suspense ahead for all in attendance. Briggs into the game, and Ndoye's coming out. Pressure in the backcourt for Bakersfield.
Well, remember, it was a 12-point game, and then that series of events, the made 3, the foul, and then Cal State Bakersfield getting the basketball back. They got another bucket after that, so it went on a 5-0 run, and now it's a 7-0 run after the last made basket by CSU Bakersfield. So they were able to climb back into it, even though they were down 12.
Sanders drives, looks, finger roll, and off the edge of the lip. Briggs drives, 1 big step, 2 big steps, and a big bucket for Briggs. How about that? The length of those strides was impressive. So was the finish of the play. 44-41. Idaho with the lead in the basketball. Calendret out to Allen. Off the back of the iron hard. Durham to the left wing. This is Rapp. So Roadrunners will back it out. Run a little clock and settle down the offense. Now 15 left to go in the shot clock with Rapp looking over to the bench for the play. Coach Rod Barnes letting him know what he wants run. Holden flies to the left side. Jump pass. Rapp guns it out on top. This is Briggs. One-on-one with Sherwood. Got it to Rapp. And he nails it for 3. Brent Rapp, 6'3" senior.
Well, it's a 12-0 run for the Roadrunners at Cal State Bakersfield. No points in the last 3, almost 4 minutes now for Idaho.
Sanders has Durham out on him. Poked away and stolen away. Durham on the run. Sherwood back. Pass to Briggs and off balance. I think he wanted to load it up for a slam, but Sanders came over and thwarted the attempt. And Briggs will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Boy, good vision by Damian Durham as he sees that Briggs is the trailer. You can see him looking out to his right side for Briggs, knowing he was there, and a good pass to Briggs, and he drew the foul.
Looking to break the 44-all tie. He does. Beautiful arching rainbow by Briggs. 9 points for Sean. S-H-O-N. Second one ready to go. You got that one too.
Well, if you're the Vandals, you need either Calendret or Sanders to get a bucket here for you. You got to get something going. No points, approaching 5 minutes now.
But it's got to be within the framework of your offense.
Sure.
It can't be these guys just taking it on their shoulders by themselves. They're both capable of that. But I think just for continuity's sake, I think Idaho would like to see something happen that's designed. Like that entry pass to Blakeney, but it's stripped away. Rapp on the run, dishes it off left side. Oh, and a crash into the stanchion. Ricky Holden going in hard. He'll need a break.
Yeah.
If you won't listen to the word, here's a whistle for you. Bakersfield basketball. Rapp. Briggs making sure, he was awfully close to that timeline there. He didn't want to mess with that, so he let it drop in the backcourt. Wise play, Mr. Briggs. Jump pass. Briggs. Now Holden stops in a crowd over to Briggs on the left wing. He's going to take it? Nope. He'll let Durham try. It comes off no good. Tap by Davis. Nice play. Foul called out there. Holden sold the play as Calendret bumped into him.
Boy, right now, Idaho just cannot get a break. They have not scored any points in the last 5 minutes and 8 seconds. It's a 14-0 run as we take a look at the foul against Calendret. Clearly, Calendret running over Holden.
Personal foul. 3 fouls on Idaho.
And now a stoppage in play. And looking at the clock.
And a discussion. With 11:17 left to go in the second half.
I think they were looking at the shot clock. It had reset at 30 seconds. And they weren't sure if there was possession to reset the shot clock or not.
Sanders comes out of the ball game. Blake is back in. Rapp, Holden. Ali finds Rapp in the left corner. Now this is Durham. Ali grabs an offensive rebound. He's in the paint. He whips it back out on top. So they'll reset the shot clock. Holden takes over. Takes Calendret over to the left. Passes back to the right. Briggs one-on-one with Blake. Briggs stops. Foul called on the floor. May have been Allen reaching in as the play went by him, and indeed that was the case. Into the game now for the Vandals. Chad Sherwood as Trayvon Allen comes out. Vandals with 4 fouls and the Roadrunners with 3. Briggs for Rapp. Chad Sherwood. Keep an eye on him. Durham, now Rapp again. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Briggs, low post left side's got to put it up over the top. He does, and it comes out no good. Rebound, run down.
Unbelievable.
By Holden. And they retain possession. Second consecutive offensive rebound now for Bakersfield. Another fresh 30 as we get down to the halfway mark. Left to go here in the second half. Gunned it over to Rapp. Left baseline, pulls it back out. Briggs. Couple steps to the right. Rapp on the left. 5 seconds to go. Rapp. Jump pass. Ali with a one-timer up and in.
Well, they had about 4 cracks at it and finally able to get a shot to go. Nice little pass from Rapp to Motez Ali. Why not throw it up to the 6'10 guy and just let him go get it?
I was surprised that he did, though, because it looked like Rapp was setting himself up for a shot, which was a pretty darn good one from about 4 feet out. Calendret lob up and over the top of Nate Sherwood and out of bounds. And Bakersfield gets the ball back.
16-0 run now for the Roadrunners. As Idaho is 0 of their last 5 from the field. They have not scored in 7 minutes now.
Hold it. Wrap to Ali. Double team down there in a crowd. And a whistle, and I'll call a tie-up. Alternating possession, and the ball remains with Bakersfield. Quick whistle if 4 hands are on that ball.
Sure.
I thought. Zip pass underneath, block, and Briggs drew the foul. Blake went up with him. I want to see a replay of that one because I want to see if that was clean or not.
It looked pretty close to being a nice block by Blake. When Briggs went up, it looked like Blake was able to come from behind and get a hand on it. Let's see here.
Here it is. Nope, got him with the body. Yep. Yeah, you agree?
I know, I do. Sorry.
Waiting for a reaction there.
You can't see me on TV there with a little head nod.
Okay. I couldn't see you either. I wasn't looking at you. Not that I have to have your approval on calls. I just thought, it was obvious enough where they banged into each other. Briggs will go to the line, looking to increase what right now is a 5-point lead. That's about as big a lead as Bakerfield has had tonight, huh? That's all the lead they're going to get right now. Calendret into the front court for Idaho.
Well, how often does he go on a 17-0 run, but you only trail by 5?
Yeah, maybe Idaho should thank their lucky stars. Chad Sherwood up on top. Long jumper. In and out, no good. Rebound, Ali. Off the miss by Jordan Scott. Briggs from the free throw line. Can't extend the misery of Idaho. Basketball belongs to the Vandals. Calendret lob. Oh, Sherwood just mistimed. He was there, but it just wasn't there.
Boy, over the last 8 minutes now, things have just been so out of sync now for Idaho. That's the 6th turnover of the game, but that's 4 already in this half for the Vandals. And just miscommunications. They've tried that long pass a couple of times, and it's gone over the head of Sherwood.
Talked about offensive continuity. It has left Idaho since the first few minutes of the second half. They came out and looked like they had things all figured out coming out of the halftime locker room. Play on the court has proved otherwise. Ali out of the double team. Joyner, right wing. This is Holden. Drives, lays it up with the left hand. A little bit too much on it. Too bad, too, because he made a nice play to get down in there. Air ball from the right wing by Blakeney. Follows it up. His shot blocked by Ali, and a foul in the backcourt. My goodness, Idaho just cannot get out of their own way. A break. We'll take
so a foul after the block shot as well to give Cal State the basketball back, but their defense has been great, and then also their offense as well.
Long distance dial up. No good. Back the other way we go with Idaho. Sherwood driving, fading jumper, comes off no good. Rebound Blakeney, saves it from going out of bounds. Nate Sherwood drives, lays it up with the right hand, no good, didn't draw the foul. Offensive rebound, Calendret will try it, and he finally hits one for the Vandals to get them back on the board. And makes it a 2-point ball game. So for all the doom and gloom, there they are, right back in the ball game. Which has to be a bit disappointing for Bakersfield to be working that hard and yet now only have a 2-point lead.
That's how much Bakersfield was down by. They were down by 12 when their run started.
Power move. Low post left side. Ali lays it in with the left hand.
Yeah, Ali, 12 points, 6 of 7 shooting tonight for Motaz Ali.
Yep. Great percentage because he takes great percentage shots. Backdoor flash. Intercepted, taken away by the Roadrunners. And on the run back the other way is Joyner. He'll pull it back out. Now Holden hold on to the basketball and looks over at his coach, Rod Barnes. Coach Barnes, what do you want out of this possession? 2 or 3 points for sure, but how do you want to get it? Durham. Scoop pass. Shot by Davis. No, got his own rebound. Fakes. Goes up. And Blakeney will pick up the foul from behind. Kudos to Davis for staying with it.
Yeah, great job by Davis just to hang in there with it, even though he was outsized down low by a couple of Idaho Vandal players. His athleticism going back up, getting the loose ball rebound, and then also as he went up drawing the foul. Coach Barnes has to be pleased with how his team, I mean, they could have pretty much, when they were down 12 early on in the second half, just could have said, hey, man, things aren't going our way. It's not our night. You know, folded up shop and said, hey, we'll play for the third place game tomorrow. But Coach Barnes not allowing that happen to his team here tonight.
Davis nails the free throw, 52-47, Bakersfield, as Briggs waits to come back into the ball game. Great view there of the second free throw as it bumps the rim a couple times and drops in. Briggs comes into the game now, and checking out is Ali. Calendret controls the basketball for the Vandals. So down near the 6-minute mark left to go in this one. Off the pick. The long jumper's no good by Chad Sherwood. Rebound cleared, and cleared well by the Roadrunners. 53-47 lead. They're willing to run some shot clock. Calendret and Holden. Holden drives, lays it up, no good. He drew the foul from Nate Sherwood. Sherwood with a quizzical look on his face. Got him with the body. Didn't get him with the hands, got him with the body.
Well, at any time you're backpedaling like that, if contact is made, usually 9 times out of 10, it's going against the defender.
Holden nips the free throw. Sherwood continues to question that foul.
I wouldn't question it so much.
No. Come on over here. We'll show you on the replay.
Yeah,
you got him with the body.
This is not something you can do to an offensive guy.
Dr. Naismith said no body contact on the way to the beach basket. Calendret, though, you can go to the hoop, and you can get 2 on the flush. Oh my goodness! Hello. How do you do, Perrion? Wow! Play of the tournament so far. That doesn't fire up the Vandals, nothing will. Certainly has fired up everyone here in attendance. Briggs answers with a little jump hook for the 2. Not as flashy, same amount of points. Crowd is still buzzing. 57-49. Bakersfield with the lead. Sanders drives, lays it up, no good. Thought he had drawn some contact. Referee holds his hands up. Nothing there.
Saying the defender was vertical. Standing there straight up and down.
How many cups that basketball up top there? Just slow. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Briggs, low post, left side. 4 seconds. 3, turns, puts it up off balance, comes off no good, and a rebound to Allen. Allen left point, quick step. He got Joyner up in the air, drew the foul, and got the 2 as well. Allen with a clutch play for the Vandals with 4:04 to go. Sneaking inside the last 5 minutes of the game already. We're just kind of mesmerized by some of the action that's happened out here tonight.
I want to see it on replay. I don't know where Calendret left from, but it was a long ways from the hoop.
Did one Michael Jordan come to mind?
Oh my gosh.
For me, yeah. Allen's free throw is good. Motaz Ali back in the game. He'll be checking in for Davis. Roadrunners in no hurry to get that ball up now as we're inside of 4 minutes to go in the game. They're up by 5, so it's a two-shot game yet, but still I'd like to see some clock run before getting off a high percentage shot. That's the design. Holden. Briggs. Looking at a double team. Got rid of the basketball. Now spins. Baseline. Puts it up. Athletically, no. Ali jams it home over Sherwood. You love it when those guys are just standing underneath the basket and go straight up. 59-52 Bakersfield. Foul away from the basketball as Chad Sherwood got tangled up with Ali. And we'll take a break with 3:15 remaining in the ball game. Cal State Bakers.
This has been fun. It's been entertaining here tonight at the Alaska Airlines Center.
Calendret, Allen, and he nails it. Allen drains a three-pointer, and now it's a 4-point ball game. 3 minutes to go in regulation.
It's the 9th three that the Vandals have hit. They're 9 of 22 from behind the three-point line.
Holden, too much traffic. He'll pull it back out to Briggs. 10 on the shot clock. Holden again. Doesn't use the pick. Goes to the left and hits. Holden with the 2.
It's a big shot by Holden. With Idaho maybe having a little bit of momentum after the dunk, and then also after that 3.
Zip pass down to the low post on the right side. Sanders with the 2, and Idaho will take an immediate timeout. 2:26 left to go in the ball game. Cal Poly meets the loser of this game, and at 8 o'clock the championship, Central Michigan against tonight's winner. Still very much up in the air. 61-57. Bakersfield with the upper hand right now with 2:10 to go. On the right wing, Durham a shot, no. Calendret pulled it down, lost it, pulled it back in, just over the baseline. Now Idaho in the front court. Holden. Sticking to Calendret. Allen. The cutter is Sanders inside the free throw line. Scoop shot up and in. Sanders with a finger roll.
One of the more difficult shots you'll see attempted, especially from that far out, to be able to stretch and get enough lift on the basketball to spin it in. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, and timeout being taken here. I'm going to show my... No, should I show my age? There's a guy.
Sure.
Heck. Who's going to join them? Might find out in a minute and a half. Might not.
Could be some extra time. Who knows?
We had overtime in the last game of the night last night with UAA knocking off Santa Clara. That thing in the rules says we can't do it again. Hold it. Stops. Double team, and he tried to dump it off. The ball was tapped. Oh, no! The ball goes out of bounds. I thought it was deflected. It had to have been deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, there's no way he just straight threw it out of bounds.
You got to look at that.
Apparently it wasn't. Wow. That's a big play.
Calendret in the backcourt, and Holden will follow him down the floor. Coming down to the 1 minute mark left to go in regulation. Calendret. Jordan Scott. Sanders lets fly. Got it! Sanders buries it for 3, and Idaho is back in the lead, 62-61. Holden drives, lays it up, no good, followed up, that won't go. Ali had an opportunity and a foul called in the backcourt. How about Victor Sanders?
Victor Sanders tonight, 18 points, 6 of 12 shooting. He is 4 of 6 from behind the three-point line. No bigger 3 tonight for Idaho and Sanders than the one he just did hit.
And that wasn't an easy three.
No, coming off the screen, and actually his momentum a little bit carrying him toward his left a little bit, able to, freeze in the air long enough to launch it and collect himself.
Idaho basketball after the foul.
Don't need the foul here. There's a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock, so you can use a little time.
1 point lead for Idaho, and they have the basketball. Blake up on top. Calendret has it. Hands it off to Sanders. Rapp will follow him to the top. 10 seconds to go as they set up one shot. Briggs comes out, contests. Pass over to the wing. Blake's got it. Down to the baseline. Off-balance shot. Air ball. And a whistle and a foul called underneath.
That's huge.
And it's going to go against Idaho.
That's the 9th team foul against the Vandals.
To get that crowd to help him out. The free throw comes off no good. The rebound to Sanders, and he's fouled by Rapp.
Not the end here. Still, it's only a 1-point game, so if a couple of shots are made, it's still 3 points.
Well, as we know from last night in UAA, they were able to negotiate the length of the floor and to hit a last-second shot to tie it up with a lot less than 8.7 seconds. So it can be done.
Idaho here has gone on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 30-plus seconds. While Cal State Bakersfield, no points in the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
And to feel a little bit for Ali. He just couldn't, he wanted to make that so badly to tie things up. Wasn't meant to be. Sanders' shot comes out no good. So it's a 1-point ball game. Briggs on the run from the corner. The shot is good! Davis hits it with 1.9 seconds left to go. 64-62 Bakersfield.
By Cal State Bakersfield, just straight man-to-man across the board.
Looking for the pick. None there. Calendret gets the ball. He launches it with less than a second to go. Off the top of the backboard, no good. And Cal State Bakersfield advances to the championship of the Great Alaska Shootout with a 64-60.